You're listening to Brand Your Power. This is the show where we discuss how to launch, brand, and scale your online business. If you're ready for actionable insights, a ton of aha moments, and a real look behind the scenes of a multi-six-figure coaching practice, then keep listening.
Welcome back to the Brand Your Power show. It's your host, Kashira. So happy to have you back. Today, I want to talk to you about money, specifically how to create recurring, consistent sales in your business. Have you ever had this happen? 1 month, you crush your revenue goals, right? You're so excited, you did the work, it's there, and then the next month, nothing. It's crickets, it's feast and famine, it's you questioning every decision you ever made. If that is the case, today's episode is for you. With that, grab your notebooks, turn up the volume, and let's get into it. So if you are new here, super quick intro. Again, my name is Kashira. I am a certified coach. I specialize in helping women package their expertise into profitable and powerful online coaching and course programs. You can learn all about how I can help you at thefoundercircle.com. So let's dive into today's topic. So have you ever had an experience in business where you made a lot of money 1 month and no money the next month? The reason for this is that there isn't recurring revenue in your business. Recurring revenue means money that's coming in every single month. The easiest path to consistent revenue is recurring payment plans. People who are on a payment schedule to send you a certain amount of money every single month. Now, there is a risk to payment plans because people can default or ghost you, and those tend to be on the lower end of things, and you can plan for that financially. Typically, the best practice is to plan for 10% of payments each month to fail, so that way you have a little bit of cushion. So maybe overstate your revenue goal a bit so that you have that cushion in there. But for the most part, this is the easiest way to create consistent income. People tend to go wrong here, though, because they think that this means I need to have a membership program. I need to have a membership where I'm doing all of this work every month and I'm charging $37, $57, $97 a month for it. That can still work if you have a large enough audience where you're going to get volume. Because if you only have, let's say, 10 people in your program and they're paying $37 a month, that's only $370 a month. You got bills, and your business has bills, so that is not going to work unless you have a lot of followers and engaged audience, of which case memberships are great. I've also seen higher end memberships, which is a whole other conversation. But in this lens, I want to introduce you to the high-end signature offer. The high-end signature offer. This is going to be something that's going to be priced anywhere from $2,500, which is still kind of low. I'm thinking $3,000, upwards to $20,000. You have a huge range here. So when you're pricing between $3,000 and $20,000, there are so many payment plans that you can offer. Bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, quarterly, pay in full, all of those things. But that now creates recurring revenue in your business. Now what would life be like if you had 10 people giving you $1,000 each month? Heck, even to people giving you $500 each month, and you're continuing to build on that. So with the high-end signature offer, if you have a course, typically courses are priced around that $3,000 or under mark, but when you add that coaching element to it, where it's part course, part coaching, or all coaching in my world, you now have unlimited access to pricing, because now you can really price for the value of that output. So what should you be thinking about when you're trying to build a signature offer that will both drive results for the person in it and bring you that consistent revenue? So the first thing you want to think about is the specifics around what problem does this program solve, and fully write this out. Here you cannot scratch the surface. You cannot be so high level that people have to now ask you more questions to figure it out. You want to go deep, you want to go specific, and you want to go as niche as you possibly can get. And if you can, take all of this that you're writing down now and turn it into a 1-sentence problem statement. This will help you to quickly explain what your program is all about in a video, on a podcast, in a live stream, things like that. So what specific problem will it solve? So I'll give you an example. My coaching program, the Founder Circle, helps women who are already experts in whatever they do learn how to eliminate the feast and famine of having to find clients every day online, trading their time for money, giving away their knowledge for free, how to take all that and package it into a high-priced, i.e. $3 to $20K priced one-on-one private coaching program. That is what our program helps people to do. Now, I want to use my program as an example, though, because in order to help you go from underpaid, overlooked expert to highly sought after coach with this premium priced, fully developed program with great curriculum, I have to teach you a lot. I have to teach you messaging. I have to teach you packaging, pricing, positioning, social media, sales, how to actually coach. We teach all of that in our program. But if I put all of that in the problem statement, it becomes overwhelming and just a lot to unpack and diagnose, right? All of those things are the byproducts of the original goal, which is take what you know, put it in a private coaching program, and put a 4 or 5 figure price tag on it. The next part of this very much correlates to the problem. Now you want to map out the solution, which is basically saying, in this case, what is going to be the outcome, right? What is going to be the outcome this person will have after working with you? You can even just cancel out solution for outcome. But what outcome will the person have after working with you? What transformation will they experience? Meaning, they come into the program one way. In my world, they come into the program kind of lost, a little frustrated, still very excited about their work, but just feeling like they're at their wits' end. They have no idea where to start. They're overwhelmed by social media. Many of my clients have been burned by coaches before. They've already spent money on courses and they're over it. They really want expert help. They're ready to start seeing revenue. They're not making a lot of money in their business, or they're in the wrong business. They're ready to pivot their business and get into something else. After the program, growth mindset, feeling way more confident than ever. They've eliminated imposter syndrome. They have a fully developed coaching offer. They can enroll a client same day and have everything set up and ready to go to onboard that client, serve that client, etc. They have an in-depth knowledge of social media, how to use live streaming, how to leverage email marketing, which in turn relates to that newfound confidence that they feel, right? They're charging what they should for the value of their offer, which in turn relates to the confidence, right? So instead of just saying our program is going to leave you confident, I'm talking about all of the reasons why you have this confidence. So this is going to be so important when selling the offer. Additionally, you want to think about the delivery. So how are you delivering this? How are you taking somebody from problem to outcome, right? To solution. So what are you specifically showing them or doing for them? If you have a hybrid done for you program, what are you doing for them? What are you teaching? So in my program, we have a packaging for power framework where we help you to get everything out of your head onto paper and then organized for delivery. So this is what we're thinking about. How are we structuring our program? I'm going to tell you now, in this price range, having a bunch of Q&A calls and whatever they ask for, they're going to get it, and whatever they need, they're going to get it. It's not going to fly because this person doesn't know what they need. They know what their problem is. They don't know how to fix it. And nobody wants to feel like they're paying for nothing, right? Most people come to these calls with no questions anyway, so they're not going to get anything, right? You need to have curriculum. You need to have proven frameworks. You need to have a process. You need to have what I call guiding coaching questions. You need to already have mapped out their action items and homework. So these are things that we teach in the Founder Circle to get you ready. But for now, you need to just think about in terms of your delivery. And the last part here is time. How long will it take you to deliver the solution for the client? I'm going to tell you now, just because 90-day programs is popular and it sounds good, doesn't mean you should have one. The timing of your program depends upon how long it will take you to deliver that solution. And we cannot create timing or pricing without first mapping out the delivery, because that's going to impact our pricing. Got it? Let me know if you have any questions, okay? If you're watching this as a video, comment down below. If you're listening to this on the Brand Your Power show, you're welcome to slide in my DMs with any questions or comments. So when we talk about creating this consistent revenue, we've built this offer. Now we need to sell this offer. So the thing with sales is that sales is not just posting a graphic or a video on social media and waiting for things to happen. You need to roll out an actual marketing campaign. Let me define a marketing campaign for you. So a marketing campaign is a planned sequence of activities which promote an individual product, service, or resource. It is a multitude of channels being used and coordinated to deliver effective results. This is more than just posting on social media or hosting a webinar. It's a coordination of your various outlets, i.e., whatever social platforms you use, plus your email list, plus your website, to attract and convert your audience into a client. So typically in our online space, you will hear the word launch versus marketing campaign. Here, 2 in 1, right? So quickly, the 5 steps to having a strong campaign or launch to get folks into this offer and get that recurring revenue to come in, we need to follow these steps. Again, why are we doing this? If someone's going to be giving you $600 every month for the next 6 months for your program, they need to be wined and dined, right? Think of your marketing campaign as a series of dates that gets them to be more comfortable with you and ready to fully make that commitment. So the 5 steps we're going to cover: crafting the offer, which we talked about already, generating leads, the content creation, the visual component, and then executing that offer. So in lead generation, now that we know what problem we're solving and how we're doing it, we can now figure out who's the best fit for this. So you want to completely map out your target customer profile. That is an entire video on its own, which you can also find either on my Facebook or my YouTube. I'll maybe link it below. At some point, I'll find it for you. But we want to look at our target customer profile and think about how can we find these folks online? How can we generate leads for this? So in this case, we want to create some kind of a lead magnet. Lead magnets are still effective. That's your freebie. So a lead magnet could be the live webinar you're hosting next week, a quiz, a workbook, an ebook, a training, all of those things. When you're creating this for the purposes of your marketing campaign or your launch, it needs to connect to what you're selling. Think of it as the prerequisite to your program. It should be a freebie that will let you know clearly that someone could in fact be a good fit for your offer. So an example of that could be for the Founder Circle. One of our freebies was called the Growth Matrix: 4 Systems to Creating a Multi-6-Figure Business. If someone signs up for that, 9 times out of 10, they want to either be a coach or grow their existing coaching business. Their coaching business is not making the money they want, so they want the systems. That is a great segue for me to sell my program. What's not a good freebie for my program? 10 nutritious breakfast ideas for entrepreneurs. Would my audience be interested in that? Sure. But can I easily now sell you a business coaching program after giving you a meal plan list? No. So I want you to think about this, because people, especially in the life coaching, mindset coaching, overall spirituality space, will offer things like affirmations or playlists as freebies, which are fun, right? These are fun freebies and they're great for like a website opt-in, but they're not the best for a launch because they're not connecting to what we're selling. Unless you're selling a program on affirmations, it's just not relevant, right? So you want to create this lead magnet and then create a set of emails afterwards that will then take the lead on a journey from enjoying this freebie to now wanting to be in your program. In my coaching program, I actually give templates for this, but for these purposes, you can totally create them on your own and map them out. From there, you will promote your freebie on social media. If you want to run ads, you can, but on social media, this is where you are going to maybe update your bio, you're going to create posts, you're going to mention in your live stream, and you are going to just push this freebie, okay? The next thing you want to do is the content creation step. So before I actually launch, I like to create all of my content for a launch all at one time. And let me backtrack really quickly. A launch can last anywhere from 7 days to a full month. It just depends on you, what you're launching, how you're doing it, the price point. I actually give a launch calendar in my program, and I give my clients a set calendar to follow. But from an industry best practices standpoint, anywhere from 7 to 21 days. So before I start promoting this freebie, I've already created all of the content to promote the freebie and my program before it even starts. This will help save you some energy during your launch as well, especially if you're doing sales calls. So some of the content you want to create before your launch is your sales page or enrollment page, as well as a confirmation page after somebody buys or books a call with you. It just helps with the experience. You want to create all of the captions, all of the photos, all of the audio, all of the video that you're going to be scheduling on social media, as well as go ahead and create that freebie. Get all of that stuff written, get all of that stuff designed, all of those things ready to go, and get it scheduled so that you can focus on just being present and engaged, and maybe even doing live streams during your launch. The next part is the visuals, and I mentioned your photos in the previous step, but I like to actually divide these up. So I'll do all of the written stuff in one day, and then I'll do all of the design stuff on another day, because I can't go back and forth. Something with my brain, I just can't do it. So creating all of your visuals, sitting in Canva, going and buying templates, or outsourcing this all together to just do all of this stuff immediately, proofread it, go from there. So what I recommend is to make sure that you have your brand style guide on hand. If you want to, you can even create one exclusively for the launch. Maybe the launch has different visuals than your overall brand. That's totally fine. But the brand style guide will just remind you of your brand colors, your fonts, and all of the guidelines your brand follows. Make sure all of your graphics are sized appropriately for social media, so IG story versus IG post. And if you are doing videos, pre-recorded videos for like Reels, TikTok, have all of that stuff get designed, do your overlays, do your cover photos, especially for Instagram, having cover photos for your IGTV and your Reels. Go ahead and pre-design all of that stuff. So a quick example, I typically do live streams for my launches. I don't do a ton of pre-recorded videos. But when you're done with IG Live and it asks you to share it to IGTV, they ask you to upload a cover photo. You can either use their tool to grab a screenshot of you from the live, or you can upload a photo. So what I do is I go ahead and make covers, IGTV covers for all of my videos that I'm going to do, put them in my phone, and I could just grab it once the live stream is done. Because once you press post to IGTV, you can't, at the time of this video, you cannot edit your cover photo. So something to think about. And then step 5 is execute. So executing your campaign, you've done a lot of the heavy lifting already, right? You've already written your captions and created your graphics. So get everything scheduled and give it your all. If you're doing live streaming or webinars, show up fully present, fully engaged. If you're doing sales calls, show up confident and ready to go. Even if you don't feel like it, show up for your audience and don't throw in the towel too soon. So things to keep in mind, setting a start date and a stop date for your campaigns. Reviewing your analytics during the campaign to allow for adjustments, but not to quit, okay? If the numbers aren't what you want them to be, continue to tweak and adjust, go from there. And know that you can absolutely launch more than once. Typically, the first launch is bumpy because you're not comfortable, you're out of your element, you don't really know what's happening. After that, as you continue to get more experience, your confidence will 100% go through the roof. With that being said, if you would like my support and my help in packaging up your 3 to 20K offer and actively selling it on social media using my proven frameworks, you can actually go to thefoundercircle.com. It'll be in the description box, and submit your application to be a client within my live coaching program. The form is really simple. It'll just ask you about your business and your goals and some of the challenges you have, why now is the time for you to get in on this thing and take it seriously. And then after you fill out the form, you will be redirected to my calendar. You will talk to me, not to a team member, so you don't have to be worried about that. But during the call, my goal is to get to know you and really explore what's happening in your business, what your desires are, your vision, and see if I'm truly the best person to help you with that. So again, thefoundercircle.com. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes, and I will be back really, really soon with another session for you. Bye.